Hey guys, welcome to this week in Charles World. I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I read and that might catch your interest as an entrepreneur, someone for some kind of passion for startup. Here we have Jack Roush. This guy started as a mathematician and went into engineering, worked for Ford, and started his own company, Roush Industry, Roush Performance. So this guy, he mods Mustangs and also Ford Focus cars, and he makes like pretty outrageous versions of them. So this guy, yeah, multimillionaire, sponsored many team with NASCAR, and almost died twice in an airplane. So he was once rescued from drowning, basically. So his plane crashed, and a retired Marine jumped in the water to save him under the water, kind of. He brought back the dude, did PCR, whatever, yeah, CPR. That was close, and save his life. And the the Marine had burnt injuries, and yeah, he had cramps in both arms because he probably swam a lot to save his life. So props to this Marine. And poor Jack did not learn from his mistakes because 8 years after he recrashed another of his planes. So Roush is kind of an adrenaline junkie, and is known for his Panama hat right there. Loon and LC. We all probably know Loon. The big Loon balloons that Google launched for internet connectivity. So they provide, these decent internet speed to regions of the world that do not have internet speed. And fun fact, they actually closed last year. Basically, yeah, Astro Teller, the CEO of this project, basically said that uh, it wasn't financially attractive, this venture of Google. Basically, what that meant is the countries that do not have internet connectivity got way more connected in the last few years. See all of these crashes as well. This thing used to crash like all the fucking time, and we're talking about a Google company here, so each crash is like a PR disaster. So yeah, that didn't work super well as well. And yeah, Loon was like one of the most interesting projects to me because um, I'm all about education, and what's the greatest tool for education nowadays? Internet and having a computer. So people, they have devices, but internet was not readily available. For example, in Nigeria, which is why Loon was cool. But yeah, they closed last year. No need for that anymore. I guess with 5G as well, wasn't the right solution for uh, that problem. Starship's another very cool company launched by the ex Skype co-founders. And yeah, basically these little bots, they just wander around in students' campuses, college campuses, and deliver out stuff. So it's an interesting model, the student campus. Why, you must ask? Facebook started in campuses, and just like a bunch of other cool companies, Snapchat did as well. So is it like that part of the strategy, which is that students are like super spreaders, since they're still like in the social phase and they want to impress, they want to refer stuff to their friends and be cool. Maybe that's part of their strategy. Also, I think they got in campus because campus are like um, sub systems, sub ecosystems. They're kind of controlled. They still have roads, but they have like security. It's a bit more predictable as well. Although I would watch out for late students driving their busted cars in parkings, keeping their robots more safe. The distances are shorter as well. These bots, they're quite small. But also it brings a question, like the need for that app. If you're gonna deliver something, and these things, they go like 6 kilometers per hour, so they go pretty fucking slow. So let's say like a 3 kilometer distance would, yeah, actually take them 15 minutes, which is not too bad. Actually, 30 minutes. Sorry, 30 minutes. So that can be a long delivery. And why wouldn't the students, kind of walk that distance? That is the question I had in my mind. Still a super interesting company. They got a bunch of investments, way less than other companies. They're incorporated in Tallinn, Estonia, but also in London and in Silicon Valley. And basically, yeah, Neuro is definitely a more interesting company. Neuro. So, well, I mean, Neuro, they got way more funding, so go check that one out. Last but not least, I want to talk about this subsidiary of Goldman Sachs, which is called Goldman Capital Partners. So basically, this company right there, they invest in some companies, they acquire these companies. So basically, um, these are their sizes of funds. And what surprised me the most, well, I mean, obviously they're famous for acquiring Burger King in 2002. And basically, what surprised me here is that a lot of their acquisition, they kind of failed. And they used to partner with like other like firms that did the same. They partner up together, and basically they would acquire these brands, but they've got like huge failures in terms of their acquisitions. For example, apparently, Energy Future Holdings, the largest acquisition ever for $44 billion. Well, happens that EFH or TXU filed for bankruptcy in 2014. So they got acquired in 2007, and yeah, they filed for bankruptcy in 2014. So I thought that was really interesting, really fascinating. Obviously, they partnered with these guys, Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts, which is like the barbarians at the gates definition. They would raid these companies, acquire them, change the leadership, and resell them again. Um, Humongously profitable business, but yeah, like. It was also interesting to see how they raise their funds, from who, because it's a fund of a fund. So if we check like who gave them their money right there. By the way, I'm going to study, like all of these other beautiful investment funds, but they collected their funds from institutional, high net worth individuals as well. And yeah, pension funds, insurance companies. Insurance companies are fascinating. I'm going to make another video about these because insurance, it doesn't exist, right? It's like vapor. If that happens, so it's like the classic casino betting company, and obviously the casino is always more right. So they make a shit ton of money. Basically, that's what I mean. They've got huge cash flows, and they don't often pay out for like a fuck up, whether it's your car, your house, or and all of that. And they know their legal shit, so they will have everything in legal. So you better read the fucking papers, else they will just like screw you over. Very interesting companies, humongous, beastly, behemoth sized companies. So that's why they fund funds, basically. Endowment, which I don't know what it is. I just saved it. Fund of funds, which is interesting, in high net worth individuals, and sovereign wealth funds like the Saudi fund, for example, or the Dubai fund. Um, so yeah, that's it for today, folks. We talked about a bunch of interesting topics. I'm gonna do more of these videos. Hope you could grab a couple of nuggets here. Hope that could be interesting for you. And until next time, I guess we shall speak. So leave some comments in these videos. I really hope we can get some interactions, and maybe tell me like what would be interesting for me to study and to read for you, and information that you would like to learn about business, startups, and entrepreneurship.